Hey there, friends. Pull your blankets closer and scoot a little nearer to the fire. And let me ask you something now. Have you ever spent the night in a school dormitory? The old kind with tall windows, dusty hallways, and creaky stairs? Hmm? Now imagine hearing soft crying in the hallway every single night. And no matter how many times you check, there's no one there. Tonight, we're going deep into the heart of Laos to Luang Prabang, where monks chant through dawn mist and ancient temples whisper with time. But hidden behind those serene layers is a dormitory no one wants to live in, a place students still whisper about. You ready? Because the story is a real folklore passed between generations of Laotian students, each with their own version. This is the Wailing Dorm of Luang Prabang. Let's begin. The year was 2016. The sun had just dipped beneath the lush mountains surrounding Luang Prabang, a UNESCO heritage city cradled along the Mekong River, known for its gold-spired Buddhist temples and saffron-robed monks. The city is also home to several prestigious boarding schools, but one of them, whose name I'll leave out for safety reasons, is old. Built in the 1950s by French colonialists, its architecture is hauntingly European: arched doorways, narrow staircases, high ceilings that echo with footsteps. Time has worn down the peach pink paint, and ivy curls along the dormitory walls like fingers reaching in. The dorm in question stands at the back of the school grounds, flanked by a crumbling banyan tree on one side and a dried-up koi pond on the other. It's a three-story building that the students call the building where the cows hang out. But no cows ever go there, no dogs, no cats, even birds seem to avoid it for some reason. Inside that dorm, there's one room that no one dares sleep in. Room 3B on the third floor, and I'll tell you why. It began in early August when a group of new girls arrived in to start their year. Among them was Palin, a 16-year-old Vientiane, brilliant in math, quiet, who wore glasses and always tied her long black hair in a low ponytail. She was assigned to room 3B. The other girls immediately looked uncomfortable. No one's used that room in 2 years, one girl whispered. It's cursed. But the headmistress wouldn't budge. The room was clean, the bed was made, so Palin moved in. That night, around 2:13 a.m., Palin heard something. A soft sobbing, muffled, of a female coming from just outside her door. She got up, turned the knob, and stepped into the hallway and saw nothing. Just a long stretch of dim corridor lit by a single flickering bulb. She returned to her bed. The next night, same time, around 2:13 a.m., sobbing, and this time she did see something. A figure. A girl standing at the end of the hall, pale dress, with long hair, but when Palin blinked, the figure was gone. The school librarian, Mei Vieng, had worked at the school for 35 years. When Palin asked her about the dorm, the older woman went quiet. Then she pulled out a faded yearbook from 1999 and pointed to a girl with shy eyes and a sweet smile. This is Anong. She died in room 3B. Anong had been a scholarship student from Paxi, bright, sweet, soft-spoken, but she was bullied by her roommates, accused of stealing, pushed too far. One night she was found hanging by her bedsheets right next to the window, and it was said she had cried every night for weeks before. But here's the thing. Some students swore they had heard crying in 3B for years after that, always at 2:13 a.m. And those who stayed in the room, they changed. There's a game the girls play at the dorm when they dare each other. It's called the 3 questions. You sit at the foot of the bed in room 3B at night, right before 2:13 a.m. You light a candle, and you look into the cracked mirror on the closet door and whisper, "Who are you? Why are you crying? And do you want me to help you?" If you ask, she answers. One girl who tried it said the mirror fogged up with a breath from the inside. Another ran screaming from the room, convinced someone had touched her neck. And one girl, named Chanta, went completely silent after trying the ritual. She wouldn't speak for 3 days. When she finally did, all she said was, "She wants me to jump." It turns out room 3B was built directly over what used to be the school infirmary, where sick were isolated decades ago. Before that, the spot was used by monks for cremations during the war. And there's a theory in Laotian folklore, Phi Tai Hong, a type of vengeful ghost, usually of someone who died tragically or unjustly. In Anong's case, her spirit may have turned into a Phi Tai Hong Tong, a ghost bound to the place of her death. To this day, students still report odd happenings like beds shaking at night, crying under the mattress, girls waking up with scratch marks on their backs, and one girl claimed to see Anong sitting at her desk, brushing her long black hair in the mirror. After a particularly horrifying incident in 2019, the school board sealed room 3B permanently. That year, a girl named Somphon attempted to jump from the third-floor window. She survived barely, but when asked why she did it, her answer was chilling. The girl in the hallway told me it was the only way to make the crying stop. And of course, they sealed the room next day. But students still say they hear the sobbing right outside that door, same time, every night at 2:13 a.m. Friends, would you spend the night in room 3B? Would you dare play the 3 questions? Some stories cling to spaces like vines to stone, and this one's still growing. If you made it this far, thanks for sitting around the fire with me. Tell me in the comments what you would do if you heard crying outside your dorm room. And would you open the door? Or would you hide under your blanket and pray for morning? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because next time we're heading somewhere even darker. Until then, good night, sweet dreams, if you can sleep at all.